I was a very different person at 13, 14 years old. I was a rebel child, I was a delinquent, I had a bright red mohawk. I was the kid that was kicked out of school and eventually expelled, and I was just heading down the wrong path in my life. I was living in a foster home when I was 15 years old, and I got this phone call from a friend of mine one day. And he said to me, "Elia, you need to come and meet this man named Gineaud Dupuis." I learned that Ginaud could flip cars, Ginaud could pull planes, Ginaud could pull trains using the power of his mind and the physical strength of his body. And so I was fascinated with this man. And Ginaud ran this little gym called Club Avatar in Elmer, Quebec. He essentially brought in kids like me that nobody wanted to deal with, that society had essentially written off, and he took us under his wing.
It's an approach 17-year-old Elia Saikaly obviously understands. After just 3 months, he's already broken a world record.
Ginaud took it a step further with me, and he taught me how to perform Qigong, which is a Chinese martial art. And essentially, through visualization and intention and generating strength in nature by pulling that energy around you and channeling that into a certain lift that you were doing, we were able to pull weights that were far beyond our natural abilities. What was amazing about what Ginaud was doing is that he was about 20 years ahead of his time. And he knew that cold water immersion training would enhance muscle recovery. So he had a group of 15 and 16-year-old kids that were performing these advanced techniques at a time where it was completely unheard of. We would use the Qigong to immerse ourselves in ice-cold water in the middle of winter to enhance recovery, and also to understand and put into practice the idea of mind over matter. Where a technique like this really comes in handy on a mountain is in a potential frostbite situation. So when you're in an 8,000 meter environment, the first thing to go are your fingers and your toes. Numerous times I have found myself in situations where the ends of my feet were completely numb. And through the meditative practice using Qigong, I was actually able to physically push the blood flow to the ends of my toes and keep my toes healthy and safe.
Physically and mentally, it's very rewarding. Like, having done that, I feel like, on top of the world, like I could do anything right now.